Dobby is a house elf that is bound to serve one house and one wizard family forever. Dobby said that Harry shouldn't go to Hogwarts school because bad things would happen. Harry asked why, but when Dobby was about to say it, he started beating himself. The dinner seemed to go on. Uncle Vernon came up to see what the devil was Harry doing. Harry wanted to read his friend's letters that were with Dobby, but he could only read it if he wasn't going to Hogwarts, so Dobby destroyed Aunt Petunia's pudding. Then Eno appeared carrying a letter from the Ministry of Magic. It was saying that Harry was doing magic in the Muggles world, and he wasn't allowed to do it. When the Dursleys found out that Harry couldn't do magic in the Muggles world, they locked him in his room, and he could only have 3 meals per day. Ron Weasley, wanting to save his friend Harry, went to the Dursleys' house with his twin brothers, Fred and George. They got all Harry's stuff and got in Mr. Weasley's car, a flying car, and flew away to their house. Mrs. Weasley didn't know about their plan, but when she realized that 3 of her children were gone, she got worried and mad at them. But she was relieved that Harry was with them now. As a way to punish Ron, Fred, and George, Mrs. Weasley said that they had to dig Nom the garden. But Harry didn't want to rest. He wanted to help his friends, so he did it. It was fun anyways. Mr. Weasley worked all night in the Ministry of Magic, and when he got home, he had the news that 3 of his children drove his car, his flying car. After having a talk with Mr. Weasley, Harry and Ron went to Ron's room, where Harry would stay for the rest of the summer. There was an orange poster from Ron's Quidditch team. The whole room was orange. Harry returns to his room, and when he closes the door, he sees Dobby. But he doesn't know what he is. Dobby says that he is a family house elf, and says that Harry must not return to Hogwarts, but Harry does not understand why. Then, Dobby started making noise and punishing himself. Harry says to him stay quiet and hear footsteps. Hide Dobby in a wardrobe. It's Uncle Vernon. He says that Harry has ruined his deal. Then Harry says to Dobby he's going back because he's got friends, and Dobby asks if he really got friends because they are not writing to him. So Harry is kinda dubious about that. Then Harry asks Dobby if he has been stopping his letters. Dobby says that if Harry thinks he hasn't got any friends in Hogwarts, he won't return, and says that if he promises he's not going back, he will give him the letters. Harry does not promise. Then Dobby goes downstairs and drops the pudding. Then he disappears. Then Owl appears with a letter. Uncle Vernon asks Harry to read it. In the letter, it says that Harry cannot use magic out of Hogwarts. And Uncle Vernon asks Harry why he didn't tell that. Harry says that he has forgot, but obviously not. Then Uncle Vernon says that Harry will be punished and never go back to Hogwarts again. And in the next day, bars are fixed in his window that he can't escape. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Chapter 3, The Ballroom. Harry is in his room, and in the garden he sees Ron, Fred, and George. Ron asks why Harry hasn't written him back. Harry says that it wasn't his fault. Then they take the bars out, with a strategy from George and Fred Weasley. Ron asks Harry to get in. Harry says that all his Hogwarts trunks are in a cupboard under the stairs. And Fred and George go pick it. Then, when all of them are in the car, Hedwig makes noise. Uncle Vernon gets angry, and Harry goes there to pick it. Then, when they are escaping, Harry says, "Bye, see you next summer." In the Weasley's house, Mrs. Weasley is worried and asks where have they been? Then the boys dignome the garden. Then Mr. Weasley is home. Then Harry goes to Ron's room and says that there was the best room he has ever been.